Hello everyone, this is Angie, Bubmie Stitches. Today is Thursday, June 20th, and this is Flosstube number 62. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found my channel. I really have Chris Cross Stitch to probably to thank for that, because he gave me quite the shout out on his last video, and I really appreciate that. But I also really appreciate Chris because he is fabulous. To my regulars who have come back, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate that very, very much. You know, I was thinking about my cross stitch and why am I making videos, or why do I want to make videos? Because it takes a hot minute to get this all ready to go and to do all the things. And it's because you guys understand. When I talk to my colleagues about cross stitch, they get this kind of glazed over look on their face, like what, you know, like they're not interested. I mean, some of them feign interest and will kind of listen to me, but I don't say a whole lot. Really, Mary, I really don't say a lot. Because they don't get it. In fact, when I told them the first time I said I was going to StitchCon, and the couple afterwards, they kept asking me what costume I was going to wear, because going to some con of some sort means you're dressing up, and they would ask me, "Are you going to dress up like Scissors or like Floss?" They had so much fun making fun of me. So there it is. That's why I do it, because you guys understand. You're my people. And going to StitchCon was with all my people, and that was fabulous. So to start off here, I've got a Afghan. I don't know which way's really up, but this was the first Afghan that my mother-in-law ever made me, and she wasn't my mother-in-law yet. I was just dating Dave. We had been dating. This must have been the second Christmas that we were dating, and she made this for me, specifically for me, because every fourth one was pink, because I really like pink. And this is a very cherished Afghan. I'm going to continue my Afghan series because there's a whole lot of them, let me tell you. All right, let's start in with whips. I took a whole lot more to StitchCon than I probably should have, but I never know what I'm going to want to stitch on. So I took all the things, and I didn't touch all the things that I brought. So before I went, I saw Amy Loves Toads, and she was working on Wilbur, and I had bought Wilbur, and I just finished kitting him up, and I started him. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to ditch this fabric. I forget what the fabric is, but I started him, and I got a good start. I don't know. I kind of feel like my stitches are a little bit too big. So, I don't know. So then I thought, well, maybe I should just keep with this fabric, because I really like this fabric. It's a really nice Lugana. So I started like a little bit of over one. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might keep going a little bit more on this and see what I think, and I might find a different fabric. But I do really, really like this. So that was Wilbur by Teresa Kogut, the fabulous Teresa Kogut. So I worked on that for a little while. This is not in the order that I stitched on them at all. It was just what my heart said to me at that moment. And then I needed some Snoopy in my life. Everyone needs some Snoopy in their life, right? So I picked out to do... Let me find the picture, because this is saved where it... Oh, on the front. It's right on the front page. So these four, this panel right here, I'm going to do that. And I picked out this fabric by Forbidden. It's an Aida. It's a 16 count Aida, and it's blue. It's blue mottled. And so I'm not going to do the blue sky. I'm going to do all four panels in a row, but I'm going to leave out the blue sky because and the fabric's blue, and it's really washed out. Sorry, it's a bright sunny day. Struggling with my lighting a little bit, but it's a beautiful fabric, and so I'm just going to leave off the blue. That'll save me some stitches. I'll put in the white clouds and Snoopy and Woodstock. And I might have to then, obviously, I'm going to have to go through and I'll probably have to put a border around there. So they're all separate. But we'll see how that goes. I got a nice amount of stitching done. It's kind of nice to stitch on one color and just like do a lot of fill-in and talk and laugh and talk and laugh. And what else did I work on? Oh, I continued working. I think this was the first thing I worked on. Brenda Gervais wordplay, June, because June is my birth month. And I finished strawberry pie. I think I had almost all of the word strawberry, and I added pie. I worked more on the house, got the windows done, filled in almost all of the house. Is it the bottom? The bottom of the house is all filled in. Is it? Oh, no, I just got a tiny bit left to go in the house. So I got a lot done on that. Another fill-in, sit and talk fill-in piece. And then I took this. I didn't think I would stitch on it because it's so intense, but I took Paula Vaughn. I did not think I would. I thought, I'm not pulling that out. I'll make a mistake. I am not pulling that out. And I did pull it out, and I don't think I made any mistakes. But here's the picture. And this picture looks so washed out. That's the picture. So there it is. And I've been working on this quite a bit. Oop. I think I've doubled what I've done since I started working on this. I was working over here on this end of the top part of the quilt and did a bunch of finished in the red here and did more here. I was working down here just a little bit odds and ends, but it is coming along. Remember, I don't know if you remember or if you're new, I belong to a local stitching group, and every year at the beginning of the year, you look at your projects and you put in $5 for what projects you think that you're going to complete. And it can't be something like you got like 100 stitches to go. Like, it has to be substantial. Or if you're working on a BAP that you're going to maybe complete a page or something. And so I put in $5 and said I was going to finish that. I got a long way to go. So we'll see how that comes along. I worked on my Prairie Schooler. I think I stitched on this a little bit at the table, maybe not, but I did a whole lot of car stitching on this baby. This is the 2023 Prairie Schooler, and I had the outline of each of his leg and maybe a little bit filled in, and then I just did a lot of car stitching. After we left StitchCon, Dave and I went to Cleveland. We went to a Guardians game. We went to the Christmas Story House. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We went to a national park, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Cuyhoga, maybe. We started to hike, and then it started thundering, and we got back. I think we were like a half mile out. We got back, got in the car, and then the rain started. So we were glad we made it back. We had a fabulous time. Highly recommend it. My husband was as giddy as a kid on Christmas Day at the Christmas Story House. Let me tell you, he was giddy. It was so cute. We had so much fun. That's one of our favorite movies. This is a restart for me. This is Little House Needleworks Take Me Out to the Ball Game, because, I love the ball game. And I'm going to put this in there. Dave and I are going to work to try to go to all the major league ballparks, and we've been to St. Louis, Pittsburgh, the Wrigley Field, of course, the Reds, and now Cleveland. Cleveland's hot dogs get a 0 out of 10. Oh, that was gross. But their ballpark gets, I think we said about a 9 out of 10. Their fans get like a 3 out of 10. They had to be told to stand up, when to cheer. Holy cow. All right, sorry, back to stitching. I had to restart this on my fabric, and Pam and Steph helped me with my fabric. I got the dirt leading. I got the dirt outlined because I thought, oh, this will be perfect. I'll outline the dirt and then I could just fill it all in. That's quite a bit. So, pretty excited. I'm very excited about that. And then I had started this. I don't know when I started this, but I love this. I saw Vana, the Twisted Stitcher, had done this and finished this, and I absolutely loved it. In fact, I think I stopped her video and went to find the pattern. It's by Plum Street, Hare's Hunt. And I didn't work on this a ton. I don't know why. I was distracted. Squirrels. But I'm slowly getting these leaves done. They're no joke. They're quite a bit of counting. But I love them. They're using, I think it's almost all Weeks Dye Works. The green is kudzu. And I think I've decided that from now on, when I kit something up, this is how it's going to be. They're going to be on floss drops with a ring, because I really like working off that, I've decided. And then with my table mates, we decided, well, two of us decided, Mary, Tobias, and I decided that we were going to do Christmas Parade. And she said, do you want to do it with me? And I said, sure. And we kitted it up. And we were going to start. And then I didn't like my fabric. So thanks to the fabulous guys at Atomic Ranch, I bought so much of their fabric. And I'm so sad that they were there at Weekend Bee, that I didn't say hello to them. This is Christmas Parade by Cottage Garden samplings. And this is Atomic Ranch Marsh. And 3 of my table mates also got Atomic Ranch in different, this is in 20 count Ada. It is lovely. There's blue hues to it. There's a blue hue to it. Sorry, it is so wrinkly. I literally shoved this in the bag. But there's where I got to. Sorry, my needle's up here. I got some of the bottom border. I got his boot all done, and then I don't know if you could see it very well, but I've started the outline of his jacket, the trim on his jacket. You cannot see that, but believe me, I'm all the way up here. You can kind of sort of see it there. So I think all of us from our table are going to do this. The lovely Nicole is, I think, only doing either the fox or the squirrel, one of the two. But everybody's doing it. So I'm pretty excited. And I took my DMC floss. I finished this in the car going out. I found a Christmas tag that I think I got. I don't know where I got this. I wish I could remember all the details of all the things, but I never can. But I got the floss rings, and I took my DMC floss. I wrote the number here, and I just put it on the card. I just took it out of the skein, and they just feel so lovely like this. So I'm pretty excited. Excited to work on this, and I think this is how my DMC is going to be from now on. I think I'm going to start putting it like this, because I really like how that looks. I like how it travels. So that's all that I was working on. I don't think there was anything else I was working on before I went, because I've been working, I was working on my giveaway, and what I initially was going to give away, and I can't find it. Seriously, I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it, but I abandoned it. So I had stitched this lovely piece up. This is Simply Strawberries by Manny Didana, And I had this all done, and I was working really hard to get it all stitched up and made into this pillow with this lovely velvet. I gave up. I tried 3 times. I put it all together. I ripped it out. I put it all together. I ripped it out. I could not make it happen to save my life. It doesn't look that hard, but apparently I don't know geography and I don't know how to follow stitching directions and how to do this. So this is on the Monday night before StitchCon, I scrapped it. I don't know, I must have really scrapped it because I don't know where the stitching went to save my life. I don't know where it went. And I got online and said, what can I do? And so I went to the Stitching with the Housewives, and I got this pattern, only I didn't do it on white, I did it on black. Did I take a picture of it? Absolutely not, because that would be too efficient of me. And I took a picture with the gal who won it, a lovely, lovely lady named Joan. And if you're on, Joan, if you are watching this, will you give me more details on you? Because we had a lovely chat. I know we did. I know we made a connection, but my brain is full. I have no idea, and I apologize. I feel awful. But this is the lovely Joan. It was in her hands, and we didn't get it in the picture. I feel awful, but she was lovely. But that's how I finished it on here. I did it and finished it on here. But what did I get from the lovely Karen from IndieStitcher_Karen? I got a StitchCon bag. She sewed all these on. She said she was sewing them on. Our smalls was on Saturday, and she said she finished this, I think she said, on Friday night. So a tomato, a heart with a needle, and scissors with a little tomato. And she made me this little, or was it? Oops, sorry, that's a strawberry over there. She made that. And then there were little goodies inside. Oh, maybe that's a strawberry. Anyways, a little strawberry clip, a strawberry counting pin. I haven't taken any of these out. I just looked at. Look at how sparkly that baby is. Oh, it's so pretty. A StitchCon magnet. She was sitting at table 43. A StitchCon magnet with a little. I could turn that into a floss drop. Ooh, this is pretty. I didn't notice this before because I'm a dork. A sticker, a StitchCon sticker, and a little mascara brush. I saw somebody, I was watching somebody today, and they showed one of these. That's so awesome. I miss my brain. I have to write things down all the time. And a little 2024 thing. Charm. It was the best gift. I love it. The smalls that were given out were lovely. If you, I don't know who got it. But Mary Tobias's StitchCon little needle book that she made and gave out was marvelous. It was marvelous. So. All right. Oh, a StitchCon finished object. I did not ring the bell. Because I didn't finish it at StitchCon, technically. I finished it before. But it was the friendship piece that my table mates and I did from the last weekend made. And I had them, if you could see, way up on top here. I had them all put their initials in it. So they are all, a piece of them is all with me all the time. And this is the frame that I'm going to put this in. This nice white frame. I don't think I'm going to be able to eloquently do this. So just a nice white frame. Okay. Let's talk about haul. I didn't buy this at StitchCon, but I bought this. I was up Bolingbrook, Illinois, at a very large Barnes & Noble, and I always go look to see what stitching books that they have, and this was on the shelf. Check it out. I don't think I've ever seen, I don't know that I've seen anybody stitch it, but it's the whole kit. I don't think I'll use the Ada, but all the floss is all colored and labeled, but check it out. I love it. All right, let's talk StitchCon haul. I spent a chunk of change. I had this book. I don't remember where I got it. I think I probably saw it on Flosstube or Instagram that people were stitching these. This is Typeface Series by It's So Emma. And I kitted up. I had Keepsakes kit up. They just didn't have one fabric, and I just went over to Forbidden Fiber Co. and got a fabric. But there's some classic color works in here and some Weeks Dye Works. And on the back, they just give what all the threads are. So I will stitch some things up. I think those are really cool. It's those three. It's those three. So I do like patriotic stitching. All right. What else did I purchase? Mary C. at our table, I saw she bought this. I didn't see it my first go round. How did I miss something Snoopy? But I missed it my first go round. So I got this project bag by Linux Stitches. Can't pass up a Snoopy bag. My husband would say that you could, but you can't. Just how it is. And then Atomic Ranch. I bought a bit of fabric. I don't, and like this probably seems excessive. Actually, it's not excessive if you would have seen some of the people and their purchases. But I don't have an LNS right here. And so getting to have fabric right here, like getting to see it, getting to touch it, getting to look at it, that makes all the difference, right? I know that all the LNSs who sell fabric online do their best to photograph it, but we all know it doesn't do it justice. Okay, so I got some 32 count Lugana. This says Cobblestone. It's kind of a gray. That's probably true right there. I got, what's this one? 32 count Lugana Blue Ridge. Look at that nice blue. Oh, let's see this side. This side isn't as wrinkly. Oh, yes, it is. Some nice modeling on there. Some pretty modeling. Very pretty modeling. I got some Desert Night Ada 20 count. This Ada, I'm an Ada stitcher. Ada Lugana, those are my two favorites. This is like butter. This is like, oh my gosh, it feels so good in my hands. It's not stiff, it is soft, it feels good. I got some Mellow Stone. This is 16 count. And I didn't get huge ones. Like, I don't need, what's that called? A fat quarter? I got some Prairie Land. My first school I was at SLP at was Prairie Land. It was an elementary school. And then the last one I got was 16 count Destiny. It's like a beigey, like a tan with a little bit of modeling, not crazy modeling, a little bit of modeling in it. But soft as could be. Okay, what else did I buy? I tried to be good. Before I left, I contacted Amy at Amy Loves Toads to get one of these Mill Hill or perforated paper holders. So you put your perforated paper in here, and there's great magnets, and then your oil's not getting on. You don't have to be careful about sweaty hands or crinkling your paper. It keeps it taut. She has mushrooms engraved on here. So Amy Loves Toads on Etsy. I got to see Amy and give her a hug. I love Amy. Chris from Chris Cross Stitch bought the Heart in Hand basket by Cecilia Turner, and he let everybody at our table pick out. Wasn't he sweet? So of course I got snowmen. I went a little crazy at the JBW trunk show. I love these little ornaments. And they had them done, like this one I think was, maybe this one was done in red, maybe it was done in green, or maybe blue. I don't remember. But I just love them. Love them, love them, love them. And this little, it's a Bristol stocking. So, love those. I got a keychain, and I wish these were up by the front door. I wish I knew who made those. I apologize. This one says Stitcher. Stitcher. I got one of these. Goes with my other big one that I got last year. Bent Creek. Yep. Is it? Oh, Bent Creek. I got this one. Oodles of Stars and Stripes. Oh my gosh, I just love these animals. That bear is just, I just want to hug him. And then the white cat. Even though I'm a dog person, I'm not a cat person. I like cats, and cats love me, but I'm allergic. But I really like that. Primrose Cottage. These little pillows were just so cute. I don't know which one I'm going to start with, but they are just so cute. JBWs, I got one. Oh, I got another JBW. I got this. I think I've shown you at least two, I can see two cardinal patterns that I've bought because of my mother-in-law passing away who loved cardinals. And I just can't decide which one is calling to me. I think it might be this one. I'm going to take this out of this plastic. It says, when cardinals appear, loved ones are near. I think I just really, I love all the patterns I bought. I love the cardinals. This one is just so soft and soft-spoken, which that's how my mother-in-law was. She was a very soft-spoken person. She was so easy to talk to. Oh my gosh, if she had come with me to StitchCon, she would have talked to every single one of you, and or met any one of you at home who wasn't at StitchCon. She would have a great conversation with you and would love on you, and I'm kind of thinking that this was more, this one like speaks to me like this is my mother-in-law. So I have a wedding coming up in 2 weeks, and I got to get my tuchus going on that. Matthew's best friend is getting married, Christian, and so I wanted something simple. Not everybody loves cross stitch and receiving them as gifts, so this is kind of like not just simple and elegant, and that's how I would describe the both of them. Sweet, like not like screaming, "There's cross stitch in my house." That's how I would describe it. My kids, like, they have their pieces that I got them in their house, that I made them for their weddings, and they proudly display it, and that makes my mama heart feel so good. So where did I see this? I think maybe 1, 2, 3 Stitch. I was looking for something. Who knows what I was looking for? And it's Heartstring Samplery, Forever Young. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you hold a ladder to the stars and climb every rung, and may you stay forever young. When I hear that, when I read that, as I read that, it is Rod Stewart. I hope that's not sacrilegious, but it is Rod Stewart reading that to me. And so I had to have it. I need to look up, little chatter while I'm putting this away. I need to look up like the history of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or how they decide to put on the wall, what's on the wall there, because we were surprised as we went through it, the bands that there was nothing on display about them. I know you can't do everyone, but why can't you do everyone? Rod Stewart. There was no Rod Stewart. Okay, Little House Needworks. I'm thankful for my daily bread and also for my cross stitch thread. And then lots of my friends have been working on this. Mary Tobias was working on this, and I've seen lots of other people doing it, and it's just so pretty. The blue flower in praise of pollinators. I have to say I'm so proud of my son John while we were gone. My garden is doing perfectly fine, even though it's been 1,000,000 degrees outside. My garden is doing lovely. Tomatoes. I think there was an jalapeno pepper out there. It's crazy how hot it is out there. Sue Hillis. And I got all the threads. I did not get the fabric. That's okay. I'm sure I have plenty of fabric to choose from. So you see this, Sue designed this and made this, and then Barbara Hills had her husband build that prop for us. Like, he had all the things. There was a wheelbarrow, there were clay pots, there were birdhouses. I'll show you a picture. I'm sure you've seen them though. The lovely Arlene Cohen in this 324. I just love this. I was thinking that this would be just a lovely piece to have and work on a little bit here and there. She should have done 365, because then you could have done one a day, right? But maybe there's just 324 colors. Sorry, I'm speaking stupidly, and I don't know my facts. But this is lovely, and this was lovely in person. Her Trump show was there. And then the other Mary at our table found this. The other Mary C. Mary's lovely. We had two Marys, Terry, Katie, Nicole, Chris, and myself. Hi, everybody. I miss you. Mary's kids love to camp, the outdoors, and my dad used to have a cabin in the mountains, so I think I'm gonna rearrange this a little bit. That's not what his cabin looked like, but isn't this just fabulous? Such fabulousness. All the designers are just so fabulous. All right, so what else did I need to show you? I had to write everything down because there was so much. And I'm not telling you everything just because I'm sure you've seen it 10 million times and I don't want you to be sick of it. It was my birthday the day that we left, and I'm going to show you my Snoopy goodness that I got. Check this baby out. Thank you, Kathleen. Isn't it adorable? I love Jim Shore. And then my friend Nicole thinks I'm really smart and should try this. It says it's for beginners, beginning crocheters, and it says there are step-by-step videos and online instructions. We'll see how well this turns out. Hopefully not like my small for StitchCon was supposed to. And then we went to the Guardians game in Cleveland. And apparently, if you bought a promotional ticket, you got a special prize. Well, we didn't know that. We were buying our tickets the night before. We didn't think about it. I didn't know about it. And as we're walking around the stadium, we saw that there were people in line and they were coming away with boxes with this and them. And I was like, my husband looked at me. He was like, oh shit. And he says, so we looked and it said, there's none for sale. And I was like, darn it. They're so cute. So then we were sitting in our seats, and I thought, I wonder if they have any tickets left of these, because that'd be worth it. They didn't. It was sold out. As I was going to the bathroom, there was a man standing there with 2, and I almost went up to ask him if he wanted to sell one, and I chickened out. But then at the end of the night, there was a girl standing there while I was waiting for Dave, and she had 2, and I said, you wouldn't want to sell one of those, would you? And she looked at me, she goes, do you want one? And I was like, are you serious? I said, yes, I would like one. And I said, so I was explaining to her how we were, doing the tour, trying to get to all the ballparks, and, we came to Cleveland, and we didn't know about the promotion. She goes, I'll sell you one. And she goes, it cost me $20 extra for my ticket. And she sold me this one. And then we chatted about, like, the ballparks and where she thought we should go next, and she's doing the same thing, and she said I should go to Denver. So, we'll see. But, so that was my very stitchy fun for my birthday. Thank you. If you've made it this far, you are a rock star. I appreciate you so much. And to the people on my last video who let me know they made it this far, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you hanging out with me and hearing about my fun that I had. We had a blast. One of the things I have to tell you that on the first night, my husband goes, and so did 3 other. Terry, and the Mary's husbands go. And Mary and I wrote up some questions for them about stitching. And we bought them prizes, and then the winning wife would get a prize too. Of course, a stitching prize. So we had a blast. We laughed so hard. One poor husband, I think he got 2 answers, and there was a tie between my Dave and Mary's Dave, and so we had to have a final question, and her Dave won. So we laughed so hard. We had so much fun, and we laughed about, how much they listen to us when we chatter about our stitching. So it was a lot of fun. So then the next day they were like really listening, like when they came in the stitching room, they were really listening and like, so what was that? I won't, and then they go, I won't remember next year, but it was a lot of fun. So thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you're well. I hope your stitching's going fabulous. I hope you're cool in this hot summer, if you're hot where you're at. Thank goodness for AC, right? I don't know what we'd be doing if it was, I'd be sitting on ice. My kids are good. Everybody's happy. Everybody's healthy. And I hope you are too. And if you're not, want me to pray for you, send me a line. I'll pray for you. Take care, everybody. Midwest goodbye. I just keep talking and keep saying stuff. Bye, everybody.